for joining us. Today, Arts 24 is in the delightful seaside town of Dinard in Brittany for France's annual celebration of British and Irish film. For 35 years, it's been the launchpad for independent gems that go on to conquer the world of cinema. Shallow Grave in 1994, The Full Monty in 1997, Billy Elliot in 2000, and Girl with a Pearl Earring in 2003. They're just some of the films that began life here at the Dinard Festival. Hugh Grant for Bridget Jones's Diary, Roger Moore, Daniel Craig and Sienna Miller have been among the many guests over the years. And of course, lots of Irish talent. It may be an island of only 5 million people, but Irish cinema is having something of a renaissance. Cillian Murphy became the first Irish actor ever to win an Oscar this year. Barry Keoghan and Saoirse Ronan both have films showing in Dinard. And as Jenny Ben Brahim reports, the festival has officially changed its name to include Irish cinema in the title.
A green wave sweeping across Hollywood, from Barry Keoghan to Saoirse Ronan, and Oscar-winning star of Oppenheimer, Cillian Murphy, and the first ever Irish-language film to be nominated at the Oscars.
Well, ich an galinsa. Shasamach,
It felt like a real moment culturally for us as a nation that a film in our native tongue should find itself receiving that kind of recognition.
The Quiet Girl is a deeply moving tale set in rural Ireland that warmed the hearts of those from the Emerald Isle to France's Emerald Coast. It screened in 2022 at the Dinard Film Festival.
We had such a magical experience here, and I'll never forget just the response of the audiences here to the film. And we would have people coming up to us, you know, for several days after the screening, on the street, people would come up and thank us for the film and tell us how much it had moved them.
The festival is cementing ties of Ireland by now including it in its official title.
The British and Irish film industries are very interlinked. At the same time, there's a very separate identity for Irish filmmakers. There's traditions of storytelling, there's subjects that are different, there's a lyricism that is different.
Everyone knows Leon set them two boys against each other. What are we going to do?
A modern retelling of the Greek tragedy Antigone on the streets of Dublin in Twig.
There would come a time when these days would be looked back on as happiness.
To a rural meditation on life and friendship in that they may face the rising sun, as well as various interpretations of Ireland's dark history of the IRA and the Troubles, as showcased in the film Baltimore, and a poignant documentary, The Irish Question, on the prospect of a united Ireland.
Ulster shall repeal, firm to the very end. Keep Ulster!
Films need to examine, excavate our joys and our sorrows, you know, and I think Irish cinema has. But having had peace in Northern Ireland, before we can look to the past, which the film tries to do, I think we need to deal with the legacy of trauma, which is still there, the legacy of heartbreak, and also the cultural divisions.
Also showing at this year's Dinard Film Festival is Kneecap, a comedy drama following Irish language rappers. It's Ireland's official entry at the upcoming Oscars, another chance to add to the country's ever-growing trophy cabinet.
From social chronicles to wacky comedies, more than 20,000 people gather in Dinard for the festival. During 5 days, around 50 films are showing on the cinema screens, with actors like Tim Roth and Anthony Hopkins in their latest roles.
Well, finally, we're making progress.
It's something that no other art form can do. It's pure film.
You have to be a con man to be a successful film producer anyway.
One of this year's standout films, and my favourite, is the cross-cultural romance Unicorns. It stars Ben Hardy, who we know from UK TV soap opera EastEnders, as well as the hit films Bohemian Rhapsody and X-Men Apocalypse. He stars alongside newcomer Jason Patel. The film won both the audience and the jury prizes in Dinard I chatted with one of the main actors. Here we are at the Dinard Festival, which celebrates Irish and British films. I'm going to start by asking you, what is your favourite British or Irish film of all time?
One that really always touches my soul is East is East, which was actually filmed like 5-10 minutes from where I grew up. But I remember reading that play and then it became a film, and it was just incredible to see them redefining like British Asian characters. And it was just a way for me to kind of connect to my parents and their upbringing.
Who's the most iconic British or Irish on-screen character?
Bridget Jones.
Oh.
Yeah. That is also one of my favourite films of all time. Bridget Jones, I feel like I've always said I've been Bridget Jones. She wears her heart on her sleeve, but always. It's just sometimes someone who's like, allows themselves to be silly. It's okay to make mistakes and just like go with the flow and don't take life seriously.
And then lastly, who's your favourite British or Irish actor?
At the moment, Andrew Scott. I loved Fleabag, I loved All of Us Strangers. I've seen them perform on stage. The attention to detail is beautiful and I just really connect with their work.
OK, and we are here in France, so can you actually say anything in French?
Yes, I've been practising. Pardon that my French is not good, but I am going to get my phone out. Ah.
Dinard a conquis mon cœur.
There we go. Are you ready? Dinard a conquis mon cœur.
What does it mean?
Dinard has stolen my heart.
Dinard is so amazing, isn't it?
It's so beautiful. Did you like my shirt?
Oh, yeah, proper good.
Good. Oh, sexy.
OK, let's talk about the film then.
Yes.
Unicorns is a cross-cultural romance.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit more about it.
It's a love story at heart about a closeted drag queen and a single dad from Essex, and they meet by chance at an underground nightclub evening that my character's performing at. And they meet and they have this incredible spark. Luke, the character, who's the single dad, doesn't realise that Aisha is not a woman. So it goes on this journey about identity, and it challenges who you are and where you come from and all these labels that society puts on us, and kind of just like block out the noise and let these people really just find each other in their lives, whether it's a happy ending, whether it's a sad ending, let them give it a shot. What's up?
I thought you were...
First time you kissed someone like me?
Gotta go.
Can we start again? You need money? I need a lift. Get in.
Oh, you look lush.
Thanks. Who's excited for my track?
What was it like acting with Ben?
Oh, it was absolutely wonderful. I think we had this incredible spark and chemistry from the beginning, and we're really comfortable from the get-go. And very vulnerable with each other. And I just don't think that you can buy that sort of chemistry, and he's literally like one of my best friends, can't get him out of my life now. So we hope that we get to work together again, because we just had such a good time on this project.
Why is it called Unicorns?
You know, it's like these mythical creatures, you know, it's got so much to do with rainbows, it's got a lot of different meanings as well, sexually as well, which you don't necessarily have to go into. So it's got so many different layers to that, and so these two characters are two different unicorns.
Take me home.
And did you feel a lot of pressure playing this character?
I think I felt pressure on myself because I wanted to do a good job. I knew how much this project meant not only to me, but to everyone that made it and to the people that would watch it. I really wanted them to feel like it was their own and that they connect to it. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from or what you look like. Everyone from everywhere can connect to it, and I think this festival has really been a testament to that, because I've looked at the audiences and they don't necessarily look like me or are my age range, and they love the film, and they've, you know, I get stopped on the street, which is wild, by people, and they're like, we love this film, like, it's incredible, and we connected to it, and it made me cry and laugh, and I was really rooting for you. People are always scared of the unknown, so this is a really good way for people to kind of connect through compassion and kind of just see that. And even though we don't look the same or have the same situations, the feeling is the same, and we all have felt these ways at one point or multiple times in our life, and we can not feel alone together.
And have you had any feedback from any famous drag queens?
Yes, they have really loved the film. Some of the queens in the film are real drag queens, and it was such an honour because I'm such a big fan of like RuPaul's Drag Race and just drag in general, because it's such an art form, and I feel it's like a sport. How they get in and out of drag is just incredible. The talent, the costume, like hats off to them. So I'm really grateful that I was able to explore drag through my own medium of, you know, acting and doing it on film and putting my music in there and performing. It was just like one of the greatest honours.
And what's next for you, Jason?
So a lot of different things in the pipeline that I'm not allowed to talk about, sadly, but I just released my EP project, which is a beautiful, like, smooth R&B, sexy, sensual project. And I ended up, they ended up using a couple of the songs in Unicorns, which was beautiful, and I performed one live. Lots of different things. I don't want to put myself in one box. The world is your oyster, whether it's the book that I make in life, it's about like connecting with people and making people happy when I'm not there, because there's just so much sadness in the world. I just want to turn that frown upside down.
Oh, Jason, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Really
it's such a
lovely.
pleasure.
Yeah, thank you. And that's all from us for now. Thanks for joining Arts 24 from Brittany for the Dinard Festival of British and Irish Film. See you next time.